You teach your clients to follow up 7 times. When did you actually follow up with your own prospects 7 times? 44% of salespeople quit after 1 attempt. That includes a lot of coaches who teach the opposite. 80% of deals need 5 or more touch points. And most coaching pipelines leak right into that gap. I'm going to build the system that closes it. A prospect tracker that fills itself after every call. A 7-touch follow-up sequence personalized to each conversation. A daily brief that tells you exactly who to contact today, and a Telegram message every morning with the draft already written. But I'm not going to give you a list of prompts to copy. I'm going to show you what it actually looks like when your AI builds it for you, all in one conversation. Hello everyone, I'm Jonathan Probert. I build AI operating systems for coaching businesses. Let's get into the build. Before we build, let me show you where we're going. Every morning, something like this will pop up to your Telegram. It's going to show you who needs a follow-up today with not just their name. It'll tell you who they are, when you last spoke, what that conversation was about, and a draft that's already written, personalized to what you are actually discussed. And if you look at this prospect specifically, Sarah Chen, you can see that you had your last contact on April 15th, which is a few days ago. You can see what you talked about, so the 5 hours a week to manual follow-up loss, and you can see which touch point that they're on. So Sarah is on 3 of 7. You can see what the draft reads. So, hey Sarah, I was thinking about what you mentioned on our call. You can see that it's mentioning stuff that we actually talked about, her specific situation, and all you need to do is read through the draft, adjust what you want, and let Claude hit send. This same section will land in your Telegram every morning for you. You don't even need to open your laptop to know who needs a touch today. Behind all of it is a prospect database with every call you record in Fathom becoming a record here automatically with each prospect's information. The name, their last touch point, their last contact date, conversation notes, all without a spreadsheet, and there's no manual entry. That's what we're building. A couple things before we start though. You'll need at least Claude Pro, the $20 a month plan, and that's what you'll need to start the build. You'll need Fathom for call recording, which is free to use, but feel free to use any other service that you already pay for or already use. If you're running an AI operating system already, the Fathom collection is probably live for you. We're just extending it today and not rebuilding it. If you're setting it up fresh, just tell Claude to connect to Fathom and create a daily scheduled task to automatically collect transcripts for you. It'll walk you through the whole thing and get it set up. If you use Google Calendar or a scheduling tool for bookings, this system can pull a prospect record the moment someone books a call, and that's included too. Again, just ask Claude to set up the connection for you, and you should be ready to go. And if you have a prospect list that already exists, a spreadsheet, Google Sheet, CRM, you can bring it. We'll import it with Claude. You don't have to start from zero. Most tutorials give you 8 prompts to copy, and hope you can wire them together yourself. This is going to be a little different. In my AI operating system, I've got a command called explore. You describe what you want to build in 1 paragraph with plain English. It'll interview you, it'll ask the right questions, and it'll work out the scope. It'll produce a full feature plan, and then a second command /implement reads that plan and builds everything in one go. You talk, it builds. That's the difference between using Claude as a tool versus running it with an AI operating system. And if you're not there yet, you can use similar prompts with Claude. It is smart enough to figure out what it's supposed to be doing. So just follow along and enter similar commands. But what you're about to see is what it looks like when the system does the thinking for you. Here's the starting prompt. I'll drop this in the description too, so you can copy it directly. All you need to do is run /explore and explain what you're trying to build. So I've said, build a prospect follow-up system. After every discovery call I record in Fathom, I want a prospect record created automatically with the person's name, conversation notes, and the current follow-up stage. Then I want a 7-touch scheduler that identifies who to contact on days 1, 3, 7, 14, 21, 30, and 60 from their last call. And a follow-up today section in my daily brief that generates a personalized draft for each person based on their Fathom call notes. I want to review drafts before anything sends. They should appear in my Telegram brief, and I'll confirm from there. Build everything, I'm going to say build everything in the demo folder, so it runs separately from my live system. When I run this, it'll come back with questions, and we're going to answer them on screen together and build it out. So it's returned and is starting its discovering questions with us. It has 4 quick questions, so I'm going to answer them for us here. For the Telegram confirmation flow, when a draft appears in your Telegram brief, how should confirming work? For example, the brief shows the draft text with a reply send 1, style instruction, you reply from your phone, the bot fires the email, advances the stage. I'm just going to say I want a quick firm option, and if I tell you to change anything, change it rewrite the whole draft, show me, and confirm with me again until I confirm it. For 2, after you confirm what actually sends it, it says I'm not on Gmail yet, but I have Google Workspace auth figured. And for the demo build, it's just asking, how do I want to send this? For you, you're going to say, I want to connect to Gmail, and it'll walk you through all of that very easily. Or you can connect to Google Workspace CLI and do the same thing. Just for tokens and build sake, I'm gonna go with B because it's less work for Claude. For number 3, discovery call detection. Fathom records all your meetings. How reliable is the meeting title for identifying discovery calls? And for this is customizable to your sales call or discovery call. I'm going to say my sales calls are all have discovery in the name. So look for that. You can be a lot more specific than I am, but this is a demo, so I just wanted to show you the build here. You should go and find what your discovery calls are actually named, change out anything that shows names such as discovery call -Sarah Chen. You should have the exact style of how you name your discovery calls and give it to Claude. And I'm just going to say this is a demo for filming. Since it is, it'll likely ask you a different question, but we can get it to continue. Through it a little bit, it's telling me how it actually connects, what is already existing in my workspace. Now it's giving me options on a tricky part that it found, the Telegram confirmation. It's either asking me, do we want the bot to call a script versus the bot figuring it out alone? And since the bot is an AI agent, that is what it's asking me. I do want the bot to call a script because scripts are more deterministic than the AI, so we don't have a hallucination problem. So I'm just going to say A is good. It's going to add an item to the bot's claude.md file with context, with send and change commands, so it knows which script to call. And then it's going to use that script as clear instructions with a confirmed draft Python script and a send command. Now we've gotten into stage 4, scoping out the actual components in the build. So it's got a whole list of components that it needs to build with its effort, small to medium, and then there's no large ones, but that would be L. So we've got a database set up, 7 touch offset stages for who's due today query, scans titles for discovery calls, auto creates prospect records with Fathom summary as notes. You can keep going through all of these, but it's created a component list of what it does to build. It's gotten to the phasing, so it's going to start here, our core loop, then adding the real Fathom integration, and it's going to say what is out of scope for this build, and I told it this is what we said earlier, no actual email sending, just drafts. Same with editing the subject lines and multiple regenerations per session, just saying that each change is going to overwrite the pending draft, which isn't too much of an issue because we don't need multiple versions of the drafts, just one is fine. It's giving me a note on the complexity. Then the part that needs care is the Telegram confirm loop, basically saying what it's going to show. So it's going to have IDs with like numbers on them. So you just say send the number, and then it's going to the bot to actually do the confirm draft sending, or change to 42, making it warmer, and it rewrites the draft with the new message saying that it works reliably with option A that we said earlier, but it does require the bot to be running when you reply, which would already have to be the case. But just as simple as that, now we have a whole plan for Claude to go and implement with all 4 components scoped exactly how I described it, and everything it's going to build, showing me all the different intricacies and components, all defined in one conversation. Now we're going to move on to actually implementing. But before we continue, if you're a sales coach and you want this running in your actual business, not a demo folder, your real calls, your real prospect list, your voice in every draft, that's what I can set up for you in your AI operating. I offer a free AI discovery call, links in the description, and we can start talking about it today. Now the plan is ready, and in one command, I can start implementing. I've set it to run, and you can see as Claude does, it creates its to-do list and it's starting to write each of the different scripts, the full build. And keep going through these as it's working. Finally done now. All 8 scripts are built and tested. I didn't want this in my live workspace, so it confirmed that. And so we can start showing each of the examples. And so I've asked it to run the full demo so we can see how it running from start to finish. So let's just watch it as it runs. The seed data just as an example data, so we can look at this and see these are each different prospects in the database. Shows each of their stages. So it's their next touch date, all of them being today, and it shows where we got them from. Next, it's going to auto enrich from Fathom, so simulating a new discovery call coming in. Then it's going to generate all the drafts prospect, update the database state with the drafts. There it's coming in my Telegram. So that's running a couple of the sends and the changes. So while we do that, I'm going to open up Telegram again. You can see through all of these that it's showing each different draft. We have the option to send or change with instructions for each person in the database that needed touching today. Everything ran correctly. We have options to send and change, and it works correctly, and the database reflects it accurately. So as a recap, first it runs the Fathom collector against your transcripts and gathers those. It creates a record with the name, stages, and notes, pulled from the call automatically, nothing typed for you. Step 2 is a scheduler. It's going to show the prospect as due today with the name and the stage. Step 3 is a daily brief. It's going to show each follow-up section in which people need following up today, one name with the draft ready. Step 4 is sending it to Telegram. So you have it on your phone before you even opened your laptop with who to follow up today, draft ready in front of you. All you need to do is confirm or tell it to change. You can even add to your prompt, having an automated mode to send it automatically, or keep it in this review mode so it's marked approved by you, so there's no hallucination worrying. You send whatever works. So from Fathom to Telegram, all 5 steps are all happening automatically, except the 30 seconds that it takes for you to read and review. One more thing. I did say something about importing your prospect list if you already have one, so you don't have to start from zero. All you really need to do for this is tell the AI operating system or tell base Claude Code what formats it's in, either a CSV, a Google Sheet, a CRM export. It'll walk you through mapping the fields, importing every row, and skipping duplicates all for you. So your existing pipeline is inside the new system. Or if you want to continue working in the app that you already are working in, such as Google Sheets or a CRM app, you can set up a connector that pulls automatically from those systems. So you teach clients to follow up 7 times, and now you should start building the system to actually do it. From this video, you should have a general idea of how to start building this. Just have one conversation with either your AI operating system or your Claude Code account. Ask it to interview you with Explore. It'll build the plan and start implementing everything for you. Every call you record from today on becomes a prospect record automatic. Every morning, your brief tells you who's due and what the draft is. And if you want this running in your actual business, I offer a free AI discovery call where we'll take a look exactly where your pipeline is leaking, and we'll have a plan to build the first fix together. Link is in the description. If you haven't subscribed, I post regular videos on implementing AI into your business. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.